One ranked college football player right now is Bryce Young, quarterback Alabama Crimson Tide, which I'm not really surprised. He's won the Heisman this year and honestly deserved to win it. He had probably the best season of a quarterback this season, and once he's able to officially declare for the draft, he's probably going to be the number one pick or somewhere around there, at least top five in my opinion. And he's just had a great season in Alabama. I expect him to win the national championship this year too, so I think he's going to cap it off on a very high note. Two is Aiden Hutchinson, Wolverines, Michigan. He's an edge rusher, which in my opinion, I don't think he should be number two. I think he should be Will Anderson Jr. because he should have been like number two in the Heisman voting, in my opinion. He had a better season than Aiden Hutchinson did in every category, really. He had more sacks and tackles, really. So I felt it should be Will Anderson Jr. I think he's had the better season, but Aiden Hutchins should be around three, in my opinion. Garner, cornerback, Cincinnati Bearcats, which I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be like top five in this year's mock draft, or somewhere around there, top 10. And I think he's going to have a pretty good career in the NFL. He's been playing very good. In Cincinnati in general, I don't really know if they're that legit of a team or what's going to really happen to them against Alabama. What do you guys think is going to happen? Four is Will Anderson Jr., edge, Alabama Crimson Tide, which in my opinion, I think he should be number two on this list. And in front of Aiden Hutchinson. I think he's better in every category, and it seems like there's a lot of Alabama players on here, and Will Anderson Jr. is definitely going to be the number one pick in his draft. He just really impressed me in how well he plays, and I think he's just going to be the number one pick. Five is Jamison Williams, wide receiver, Alabama Crimson Tide. In my opinion, I think it should be Chris Olave from Ohio State or Garrett Wilson from Ohio State as well. I feel like they've been one of the best tandems in college football right now. And I feel like I don't really know if really all this list should be Alabama players. I think they should add in another player at the wide receiver position. What do you guys think on this list, and do you agree with it? It officially starts the college football playoff, and it's Alabama versus Cincinnati in the Cotton Bowl. I think it's going to be very interesting of what's going to happen in this game. I think that Alabama is really going to dominate for most of the game, but who knows? Cincinnati's defense has kind of impressed, and they could really hold them to a certain amount of points, but I don't really know if they'll really beat them. So I pick Alabama to win. I think it'll be, I don't know, I think it'll be not that close of a game. And in the second game in the Sugar Bowl, I think it's going to be Michigan versus Georgia. I think Michigan's going to win. And I think that Aiden Hutchinson is going to have a pretty good game. And then I think Michigan versus Alabama will be in the championship.